You're live.
There you go. Okay. Call meeting of the Dalevill Redevelopment Commission to order March 11th, 2026. It's 5:31. Amy, do you want to call the roll?
Ron Howard.
Here.
Marshall Farmer is not here. Adam Jones.
Here.
Bill Walters.
Here.
Mike Whitman.
Here.
Amy Roberts.
First order of business is reorganization of board. First election is selection of president. Open the floor for nominations.
Nominate Bill.
Okay. We got to close nomination.
I close nominations. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll second that.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Closed. All in favors? Same sign.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
All right, Vice President. I know, nominations for Vice President. Second. I know. Close nominations.
Close nominations.
All in favor? Aye.
It was a tight race.
Tie
It
race.
was.
Wait, Bill, did you,
I second.
you second and
Yeah,
Mike
So close.
Yeah.
Right. You could split it.
Now, all in favor, of Adam?
Aye.
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 All right. Going debt, starting gun. Ms. Trina, welcome.
Hello.
Park request that you made to the board, would you like to alliterate a little bit for the rest of them?
I have a little proposal. You guys have probably, if you're on the council, already seen this.
Yes, ma'am.
It's just how we will use the $35,000. So last year you all gave us $50,000. We know that it's not sustainable to give us, a ton of money every single year, forever and ever. So this is a cutback from that. The request is for 35. That still allows us to have a nice concert series, to have the nice fireworks show, and then still have some additional, small repairs, improvements, things like that, add-ons to events. So the detail, kind of broad view, is there on that sheet. And we would be grateful for that support again this year.
Any board members got questions? Mike?
No, I don't have any questions. I mean, the way Trina manages it during the summer and keeps the events, it's nice. It keeps the community together.
Agreed. Board seen the same way. That's why they sent it down here for us.
And I do know that the park budget gets tight, so the extra money for add-on is good. We're just getting ready to replace a pump, so at the splash pad, so it will be helpful.
Gotcha. All right, is there any other questions? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion from the board.
I'll make the motion that we approve the funding request of $35,000.
Second.
I've got a first and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Approved. Johnny?
With that motion, then that will also approve the resolution.
Thank you, sir. That's what I wanted to ask. If I had to go through that twice, so I can just sign that when we get done. Okay? Next up on the board, Trina gets to stay here again. This is the Dalevill Fire Territory. Would you like to?
Yes, so this is just a copy. Ignore the date on here. This was just a typo from Keyser Consulting Group. They're the ones who did the 5-year park study that we just, like our master plan. So we've worked with them before. They've done, work with Bill. The territory and the township have not had a financial study done since the inception of the territory. So we're talking 2015 or 16. We really need someone with this type of experience and ability to give us a better look at our entire financial picture. We're just like every other government agency, unsure of kind of what's to come. Year after year, there are bills to basically dissolve townships, and the lit rates are kind of up in the air, and where we're going to go from there is in question. Our own budget, we took about $155,000 out of this year, just in the fire territory general side. to make some of those necessary cutbacks, to try to be as fiscally responsible and conservative as we can, in the hopes that, we can kind of pad our reserves a little bit and, just be as cautious, while we're all kind of up in the air. And so this, contract, it's $10,000 to have this financial study done. There's a detail in there about what exactly the study provides. I didn't get an extra copy for myself to bring in here, so you're welcome to look at that. And this will really be the tool that we need to know how much longer we can keep up with what we have going on. And then additionally, as the town and the community continues to grow, fire and EMS is responsible for providing services to everybody, whether they're in town or out of town. It's a large area and we're gonna have some needs. We have several apparatuses that are at 30 years old right now. And in doing this will allow us to see what we can start replacing. As we're replacing those apparatuses, particularly the fire ones, and Mike can probably step in for me if I say this incorrectly, but
You're doing
as
great.
our apparatuses age, I think that kind of 25 to 30 year age
30
range
years.
on them.
Yeah.
Basically, it really starts hurting our ISO score, which is what determines what, business insurance costs will be or homeowner insurance costs. And it's not our intention by any means to have old equipment. We would like to be able to replace it and serve everyone's needs appropriately, and then also drop our ISO number, the lower the better, so that we continue to be an attractive community for businesses too, which is why we felt that this was a good, request to the redevelopment commission. The better those services are, the more attractive Dalevill and Salem Township will be to future businesses and growth.
And for,
What happens after 25 or 30 years? ISO does not recognize that truck anymore,
Right.
and they will not rate it. So it takes our insurance rating up.
correct.
Yeah.
For full disclosure, I just want to say that I have met with Trina and with Bud and talking about the ISO, how to bring that down. We're even, we, being ECI, is helping on striker grants, and I've just called in the Oak Relay liaison for this area. We just did that study, we're in the low to moderate, we qualify. But Bud wants to do some things, they need some improvements, but to figure out how and to get there, this gives at least a 5-year plan, shows us where we're at and gives another set of eyes looking at it, hey, you're short here or where. Some board members that are on here remember when we did this, remember this is 10 years old. And we had an issue with the equipment replacement line, and we argued with then trustee Ronnie, and we cut it way back from where we seen it was when we ran the numbers then. Now we went 10 years and we have equipment issues and stuff. And before we address it, I'd like to just get, as I told them, to bring it, to really understand it, we need to see the financials to know where they are short and what we can actually help make up and get them back on the right track. Not that they're on the wrong track, it was just, it was set up with some deficiencies, and those deficiencies have risen to the top now.
And the territory went into effect shortly before the pandemic, a couple of years, and we know what prices and costs have done since then. In 2019, when the fire engine rolled in an accident, we had to replace it. We have a very nice fire engine. We're very grateful for it. It has every bell and whistle that you could ever imagine. And it was, over an $800,000 investment. That same fire truck right now, to put it into production, to have it made new for us, is a $1.5 million fire truck. So just the cost of everything has skyrocketed, and there's no way to plan for that when you're starting a fire territory, when you're setting up that budget, when you're looking at what those rates are. And really, it's difficult to plan for even, 5 years from now at this point, which is what this will really do, is kind of give us a better picture of what our funding options are. And we're always looking into, whatever we can do as far as Okra grants go, and whether or not we can do this, and that's gonna help the community's ISO score, and then more people are coming in, and now assessed value is better, and so guess what, now our taxes that we're receiving are better. So we would just be very grateful for this tool to help keep us in line with what the town wants for future growth as well.
The other thing this will help us with is the conversation we're going to have. We've seen the state legislature and what came down, consolidation of townships that are happening. There were 600, I can't remember how many of them were in this round, but this one with the fire territory, it's going to be somebody joining us. with the fire territory established, and this one will stay locked. Someone will have to join us in consolidation if one's cut down from around us. So we need to get this house
Put our oxygen
in
mask
order
on
and make sure
first.
we got everything properly set before that consolidation goes down, because you're adopted into that fire territory.
Mhm. And I want to also explain, because that's kind of confusing, because it does look like it is gonna forge ahead for sure. But like Bill said, because we have the fire territory, that is a protection matter for us as far as not being forced into consolidation. That could be a conversation much later down the road, not one I'm trying to have right now. But they're doing a point system, and so the Indiana Township Association is kind of providing that information to township trustees and their governing bodies, and it's based on whether or not people are, running for elected positions in your township, which we are not in danger of. All of our vacancies have, candidates, and then for this upcoming election, reports are being filed on a regular basis. We are not in some like negative, dire, straight financial situation. So just to give you a picture, like, we are not a sinking ship, if that gives you
No.
confidence as well in providing this. Like, there are dollars that can be spent and reallocated and, moved to still help us provide for these needs. We just need someone to tell us that has the ability to do that differently than just me looking at a spreadsheet, which I'll do.
Great. Anybody else have any other questions?
She covered it pretty well.
I thought you did too. Yes,
Just for housekeeping, the title of the 2602 is the same as the 2601. So I don't know if we
I
need
can
to
fix that.
change.
I can
What
fix
should it be?
I can fix that. I'll just
Oh,
send
yeah.
you a new,
Two and one is the same, ain't they?
I'll just send you a new, page one.
Yeah, just make, yeah.
If you got it, can you go ahead and make that change at the top, and she can print it out, we can get you the paper, we get everything signed tonight?
Oh, yeah, we could do it, just go ahead and print double sided. You only need one copy for signatures.
Any further discussion?
Sorry, I already asked that.
Okay, so this would be, I guess I can take a look
For a motion.
for motion. I'm getting ahead of myself.
202602, I have, motion for resolution 202602, the financial analysis for the fire territory. Approve the resolution and give them 10K for the cost of the plan.
Yeah, I'll second.
Got a first and a second, any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Seeing that on the agenda, the resolutions we done took care of, correct, John?
That's right.
All right, does any other board member have any other comments or business that needs to come before us this evening? Does the public have a comment?
No, the public gave Amy an email that is unrelated.
Seeing none of that, we have no claims for payment? I'd look for a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion.
I got a first,
You got a second.
all in favor? Aye. Thank you all.
I'll stop your recording.
Oh, are you gonna go get it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I was saying I heard it.
Please don't take off yet.
Yeah, we
We
need
got
to get that.
documents, this takes all of our signatures, please. This is,
You wanna
make sure I
send
got the
the,
right way, this is one, that stays that way. I'm waiting on two to come back once it goes through the deal. This one's not good.